Inside the Piedmont Ballroom, and Florida State is with us for the next 15 minutes or so. Coach Luke Loucks will offer his opening comments, and then we will open the floor up to Q&A. So, Coach, the podium is yours.
Yeah, first of all, good to see you guys, some of you again, and good to meet some of you. It's an honor for me to stand up here with the Florida State Seminole patch on my chest again. I had a question in the other room talking about how special it is to play in the ACC tournament. And I said the last time I was part of an ACC tournament, we won the championship in 2012. So obviously that was really special. But I'm looking forward to representing Florida State as the head coach. I'm excited for you guys to get to know our team. We got two of our guys, Kobe McGee and Chauncey Wiggins. Obviously, Chauncey, you guys have some familiarity with, and Kobe you'll get to know. And the tough part about this is I could only bring two players, right? I wanted to bring about 7 or 8 of them because I feel like we got a pretty good team. And shoot, every coach in college basketball right now feels like they got a good team. No one's lost a game. But I am excited about the group we've put together very quickly on the job. But more importantly, I'm excited to be a head coach in this conference, right? This conference historically has been the best basketball conference in the country. Last year they took a step back and the SEC did a great job, and I think we have a lot of motivated individuals from the conference level down to the presidents, down to our athletic directors that we want to regain that title of being the best basketball conference in the world. From there, the last thing before we get to the questions, I just want to compliment and give Leonard Hamilton his flowers, and he had such an incredible career, 50-plus years of coaching basketball, of developing young men, myself being one of them, and he's had such an impact on not just his teams, but his players on a personal level, their families. He's the type of guy that if you're ever in a pinch, you call him, he's going to answer. And then he's probably going to talk to you for about 45 minutes. And you guys know that from covering him. But he's had such a big impact on my life. And what a great opportunity for me to replace an absolute legend on and off the court. From there, we can open up for questions.
Coach, thank you. We'll take our first question to your right, second row. And if you would, folks, please identify yourselves and the agency that you are with.
Richard Walker, CarolinaSportsHub.com. I understand Coach Hamilton saw you at practice yesterday. Talk about his influence on the program, because obviously he coached you. You go off and do your thing, and now you're in the college game. How much of a help has he been for you?
Yeah, how you doing, Richard? Good to see you. Yeah, Coach Hamilton, in a respectful way, he's kept his distance, but I talk to him multiple times a week, some about basketball, some about life. He's always been a great sounding board for me as I, obviously played for him, then played professionally, then coached professionally. And most of what I've dealt with, he has seen at some level in the past 4 or 5 decades. And it just, as a mentor of mine, he's been unbelievable. And I sometimes have to beg him to come around our guys because he's filled with wisdom. So I invited him to our scrimmage yesterday. He sat on the side, with his hat kind of crooked on the side, and took in our practice. So I went and talked to him after practice, and he gave me what he liked and what he didn't, which is Coach Hamilton. He's going to give it to you straight. And I asked him, I said, would you mind just saying exactly what you just said to me to the team, right? They get to hear my voice nonstop, and these guys will probably tell you they're already tired of me, and we haven't played a game. But he huddled the team up, and got his coaching hat on and talked to the team for 5 to 10 minutes. But the message, coming from him, that's seen it all was spot on. It's the exact same thing I would have said, but just a little bit different, right? And so to have him around has been truly valuable for myself, but also for our guys that, they don't know him, they didn't play for him, but to grow that relationship has been really helpful for me.
Coach, front row left, far left.
How you doing, Coach? A lot of new Delonte Smith, college basketball experience, and a lot of new players, but it's one specific player that I was looking at who's making a big jump, Alex from D2. I got the chance to see him play a couple of times. Just wanted to know what you saw in him and what you expect for him to contribute this season.
Yeah, thanks for your question. Alex Steen, the double-double machine. Our guys love Alex. He has an infectious personality, not talking anything about basketball. I call him a hunter and a gatherer because every time we have a day off, he's going to fish. He's going something outdoors. He's doing something. I'm like, Steen, just don't get hurt, please. Well, you go fish and spear hunting and whatever else you're doing. But Steen, he's a connector. Right, and he's without a doubt, and these guys will back me up on this. Almost every day, he's the hardest working guy in the gym. And Kobe may say he works harder, Chauncey may say, but Steen every day brings it. His skill level is still developing, but I can count on one thing: when Steen's on the court, something's going to happen. Sometimes good and sometimes bad, but there's going to be some chaos. And then offensively, he doesn't need the ball. He's a connector. He's okay with swinging it to the right guy. He's okay dribble handoffing, and he's okay doing the dirty work. So as long as he keeps playing exactly how he's playing, he's going to find minutes for us. And that jump that a lot of people worry about from the D2 to the D1 level, to me, he's handling great.
Coach, also there on the front row, but now further to your right.
Coach Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. I know you spoke about Leonard Hamilton and a lot of kind words. Being in the NBA and having the experience there with the Golden State Warriors, winning 2 titles, as well as with the Phoenix Suns and the Sacramento Kings, what can you say to mentorship and other people that have rubbed off on you and have helped you along beyond Leonard Hamilton?
Yeah, I think Coach Hamilton's had a huge impact. I would name a few other people, but I want to focus on one, Mike Brown. Mike Brown and I came together into Golden State in very different circumstances. I was an intern making minimum wage. My first time coaching at any level. I just finished playing professionally, and Mike Brown was coming off his third go-around as a head coach in the NBA. We liked each other from day one because number one, we both like football. Mike's a big football fan, so we would sit and watch football together. And number two, we just have a dedication for the preparation. And he, to me, is the most detailed coach I've ever met in my life. A lot of it was because of his mentorship from Greg Popovich. But Mike took me under his wing and taught me the ins and outs of what coaching is, right? How to teach, how to prepare, how to watch film, how to break things down. But ultimately, how to build relationships. And you could be the best coach in the world. If you can't relate to your players, you're going to have a problem, right? And at the NBA level, that's even more apparent. But coming down to college, that's something that I really enjoy. I enjoy getting to know these guys on a personal level. I enjoy coaching them. And I enjoy ultimately holding them accountable to what our standard is. And if we can do that together, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to win a lot of games together. But Mike Brown's mentorship to put me in this, I wouldn't be here without him, to put me in this spot and prepare me for what I'm about to do as a first-time head coach, again, is truly valuable.
Coach, thank you. You and Kobe can switch spots, and we'll spend a little bit of time with our student athletes. If you would, once again, introduce yourselves and the agency that you are with our student athletes, that would be great. And who would like the first question for Kobe? Kobe, we're going to go right side, third row.
Katrina Sackins, Sports and Culture Media. How are you this afternoon?
I am blessed to be here. How are you doing?
I'm so good. Coach just noted, he said, hey, you can be the best coach in the entire world, but if you can't relate to your players, it's not going to be a very conducive situation. How do you guys relate to each other on and off the court? What's that chemistry like heading into another season? Honestly,
I treat Coach like he's one of my teammates. Like if I see him at a football game, we kind of chat it up. I kind of talk a little trash here and there. It's funny, but I treat him like he's one of my teammates. I think we bond really well, and not just only him, but our entire staff, especially Coach Moran. He's probably one of my favorite coaches on the staff, and G as well. So,
Kobe, from the podium, you were a one-time wide receiver and running back in middle school. How is it that basketball won out over football?
So growing up, I was always taller than a lot of people. And then at one point in time, I just stopped growing, and people started gaining weight more than I was, so I couldn't take a hit. Seen that basketball court, seen the rim, and I just couldn't miss, so yeah.
Somebody want to follow that up? We'll go left side, right up the center aisle. Kobe, to your left.
Okay.
Jay with Greenville Sports Media. Would you say you're the comedian of this particular group?
I would say like one of three. I would say one of three. Martin's definitely number one for sure. And you got to throw Jay Craw in there, that's my guy right there. And then I'll say me 3.
Kobe, your last question, front row to the left.
Kobe, Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. With having a head coach that's done so much with player development in the National Basketball Association, just what that means to you, not only at Florida State, but going to that next level, having somebody that knows what it takes and has developed some of the best players that are out there.
For sure. I think his experience with the NBA just shows not only me but our team that it's achievable, especially him coming down to the college level. The player development, the people that he brought in, coaching staff, they all have the same mindset and they all have the same goal. And with that energy that they bring in every day, I think it's definitely something that's motivating. Chauncey, I think, could back me up on this too. It's very motivating to all of us. I think we're all on the right track to go where we want to go.
Kobe, thank you. You and Chauncey can switch spots. Then a few minutes with Mr. Wiggins, and then we will send them off to their breakout room. Questions for Chauncey as we get started? Chauncey, I'll ask it from the podium. You had 58 games played in the ACC, and not that your head coach doesn't know the ACC, but what is it that you think you can teach him about what you've experienced over the last couple of years?
I think I can teach him that basically everybody has a different scheme, and it's pretty weird because being in the ACC, I mean, you have teams that just always play the same way for 3 or 4 straight years. And I feel like with the experience that I have, I mean, like whether that's offense or defense, I feel like I have some knowledge on what teams do, so I just feel like that's some way I can help.
Your next question up the center aisle to the left.
Jay Jacobs with Greenville Sports Media. What would you say is the one player on the team that we have not heard about that we will hear about in the next couple weeks?
I'll give you 2. Well, honestly, I'll give you 3. Cam Miles, Martin, and Thomas. You will hear about them 3 coming up this season. And Lejay. And Shaw. And everybody.
So if you're keeping count, that's really 6. Let's go back to front row left.
Chauncey, Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. Just going off of that, the fact that you have something to say about all your teammates. We live in a current college basketball climate where there's a lot of individualism. Why is it totally opposite at Florida State, and how does that start with coach and his staff?
Just because we all love each other and we want to play for one each other. I mean, like, we don't really care about what we do within ourselves. We just care about team success. Team success is always the first thing I feel like, is at Florida State. Whether that's me getting Kobe an open 3 or Kobe getting me an open 3 or just making a winning play getting on the floor. We just love each other, so we want team success to come first before ourselves.
Chauncey, thank you. Florida State, good luck this year. We'll see you on the road.
Thank you.
We'll excuse them to the
Thank you.
breakout room. They've got 30 minutes over there. Our next school due up here in this room at the top.